Peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 274. The album that I'll be reviewing tonight is a musical massacre by the Beatnuts, released in 1999. You guys should know who the Beatnuts are. I did a review on their first couple projects. Did the two EPs, and I did the two full-length albums. If you haven't peeped those, check those out when you guys get a chance. I did recently just really reviewed their Spot EP that dropped in 98. I did that, I think, on Saturday. Like Saturday night is when I did that, so definitely peep that when you guys get a chance. Now, right after the Spot EP, they finally dropped this album right here. This album is known for two singles. The singles are Watch Out Now and Say Akawo. Alright? Now, those are the singles of the album. Let me show what the album looks like. You got Juju right here. You got Psycho Lust right here. We got kind of like a theater, like an opera theater. You know what I mean? Pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Look in the back. Pretty dope. You got Psycho Lust driving the whip, or in the passenger side rather. You got Juju with a, shoddy, covered up, and like kind of like a Molotov cocktail. Pretty dope. Old school. Really dope. I'm assuming that's like a Lincoln Continental. You know what I mean? Alright. Open it up. That's what the seat looks like at the theater. That was in the background. Pretty solid. Alright. This is the Beatnuts logo. Alright. Open it up. See right here. You got Psycho Lust and Juju with the gun. You got the victim in the ground. Pretty dope. You know what I mean? Kind of has like that 1930s, 1940s mafioso type of look. So I thought it was pretty cool. Alright. Then here you got like the credits and all that, the album credits and all that, and then you got all these projects that they released since the coming up to this album. So I did a review on all these projects, so definitely check it out when you guys get a chance. Alright, look in the back with the booklet. Alright. Alright. Pretty cool. Alright. Now, production is done all by the Beatnuts, so that should come to no surprise. And now let's get into the features. Luckily the features excuse me, look at the features on the back of the list, or back of the tray, on the back the CD tray. So now let's get into the features. The features include triple saves of the Terror Squad fame, Marlon Perro Manson, Willie Stubbs. Rest in peace to Willie Stubbs. He passed away back in January of this year, so rest in peace to him. He was like a Beatnuts affiliated artist and stuff like that. Swinger, Cuban Link, Common, Cuban Link of Terror Squad fame, Dead Prez, Cheryl Pepsi Riley. She was like kind of like an R&B singer from like the late 80s, early 90s. She had a song called Thank God for My Child or something like that. Forgot the name of the single. It's a really good song. I haven't heard it in years, but yeah. Then you got Tony Touch or Tony Toca. Hell yeah. We got Greg Nice of Nice and Smooth. No Good Us. You guys should know him. I mentioned him before on the Spot EP. He's like, I think he's on 2 songs on that EP. Patrick Blasey, Biz Markie, rest in peace to him. Tyler Fernandez, Carl Thomas, very dope singer, very underrated. That Emotional album, probably my classic in my personal opinion. Goblins of the No Good Us, Magic Wand, and from Proyecto Uno, and Swinger, like I mentioned before. So those are the features. Let me get a swig of juice. Alright. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes, like I usually do. I'm going to do some of the songs and that kind of thing. Alright. Track 1 is the intro. The intro is pretty much, it's an instrumental with some scratches on it. And it uses the same sample as Off the Books, but obviously not as good. But it's pretty much nothing too crazy. It was alright. I could have done without it, honestly. Track 2, Beatnuts Forever, featuring Triple Sace and Marlon Peril Manson. Fucking dope track right here. Um, this song is actually featured on the Violators Volume 1 that dropped in 99 the same year. That song was actually featured on that. I believe that was actually a single too, but there was no video for it. But I'm pretty sure like when they go on tour, it's like one of the songs that they perform. Um, Pretty popular like in the underground circuit and that kind of thing. But like I said, dope way to start the album. I like the line by Psycho Les when he said, you know the street code, stash the kilo, jump on the speedboat, blowing weed smoke, counting Genos. I made up the chinos, but this one chino wanna play Cochino. Woo, fucking dope. Like I said, it was featured on the Violators, the album Volume 1 that dropped in '99. All right. So that was track 2, Beatnuts Forever. Track 3, Muchacha, Muchachacha. Yeah, Muchachacha. Or whatever. Featuring Willie Stubbs and Swinger. Alright? This was a dope track. I wasn't too fond of the hook. It was very cheesy. The hook goes cha 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 forward back. Cha 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 back forward. Like what? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, come on, man. It's like some, like, fucking Bridget Fonda or Jane Fonda exercise, video and shit like that. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. But, like I said, recipes of Willie Stubbs. He passed away this year, back in January. Then we got track 4, I Love It, featuring, this features Cheryl Pepsi Riley. I did not like this song. I could have done without it. Just did not like it at all. This shit sucked. Alright, so that's track 4. I Love It. Track 5, Slam Pit featuring Cuban Link and Common. One of my favorite tracks of the album. Love this joint right here. This shit goes hard. Love the beat for it. Definitely, like I said, one of my favorite beats off the album. One of my favorite songs. Cuban Link caught a body with this joint. I like the line when he says, yo, flipping was how this nigga roll. Finger on the trigger low. Quick to lick a shot for that bigger pot of gold. Lock and load. My heavy metal rocks and rolls. If you gotta go, you gotta go. That's part of the show. My heart is cold like Antarctica. Nailing niggas like carpenters. Whew, fucking dope. Another line when he says, watching the projects, how I got my logic. Economics is picking pockets. Then we split the profit. The only shit I pop is when my Glock spit. Watch for the cops since we sparked the chocolate. Cause the blocks are hotter than fucking tropics. Fucking dope. That's what I'm saying. Cuban Link again. Cuban Link. I wish his 24 Karat Gold album had dropped. I wish it dropped commercially. I think we'd be having a different conversation, but because, Fat Joe kind of blocked that, and label politics, that never came to fruition, unfortunately. So that was track 5, Slam Pit. Track 6, Wild Wild What. That was just pretty much an interlude, just short instrumental. It's a dope beat, nothing too crazy. But yeah, so that was track 6, Wild Wild What. Track 7, Look Around, featuring Dead Prez and Cheryl Pepsi Riley. That was a dope track. Again, one of my favorite tracks in this song. In this song, they just pretty much talk about, the way of surviving in the hood and just like an economy and things like that. It's kind of like, Days of the End, that kind of thing, like those type of lyrics and stuff like that. I like the line by Juju when he said, city life, no choice but to live by the knife. Put food on the table, whatever the price. It's fucking dope. I mean, that's, the way things are going right now, it might get to that point. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's like that in countries, like other countries and stuff like that. But yeah, that was track 7, Look Around, featuring Dead Prez and Cheryl Pepsi Riley. Track 8, Cocotazo, featuring Tony Touch. That was a cool track. I didn't really write anything to it. So that was track 8, Cocotazo, can't even say that shit. Track 9, Monster for Music. This was okay. It just sounded like a generic piano beat. You know what I mean? It sounded like something that, that would be like on a preset or like on like a one of those old like like a keyboard that have laying around or like guitar center. It's like not the best. Um, it's like not one of the best. It's like it's like not one of the best keyboards, but it's like it has like a preset, and that's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? So I could have done without that honestly. It's a generic piano sample beat. Nothing too crazy. Track 10. Um, Spelling Beatnuts with Little Donnie. Could have done without that. Track 11, Puffin' on a Cloud. That was a dope track. Really dope short right there. Dope beat. I like the line. It's a weed track, you know what I mean? Pretty dope. I like the line by Psycho Les when he says, when the beat dumps, it makes the gold on your neck vibrate. Surprise a tri-state. Unexpected like a blind date. Crime rate goes up every time we drop. We can't be stopped every time we chop beats like a meat shop. Fucking dope. So that was track 11. Puffing on the Cloud. Like I said, it's a weed track. That was pretty cool. Track 12, Turn It Out. One of my favorite tracks off this album. Really dope. Greg Nice. He kills it on the hook and the chorus. Really dope. My personal opinion, that song could have been a single. In my personal opinion, it definitely had like single material. In my personal opinion, it had like the single potential, especially for that time period. Definitely could have been a single. Why it wasn't singles beyond me, especially with Greg Nice. I mean, come on, you know what I mean. So that was track 12, Turn It Out. That's one of my favorite tracks. Track 13, Rated R, featuring No Good Us. Dope freestyle by No Good Us, really dope. Really enjoyed that. I didn't really write anything to it. So that was track 13, Rated R. Track 14, Who You're Fucking With. Who You're Fucking With. Dope track. It's just an instrumental. It's just a short instrumental. Nothing too crazy. The beat is cool. You know what I mean? I like it. Track 15, Story 2000, featuring Patrick Blazy. Was not a fan of the track. It's a sex track. Didn't really do nothing for me. I didn't like the beat. Didn't like anything about it. It wasn't that good. And let me clear this up. I don't mind sex tracks as long as it's done well. And a lot of times they're not done well. That's just my personal opinion. So I want people to think like, oh, this thing you don't like sex. Like, who doesn't like sex? But if it's done right, yeah, of course. But it's just this time it wasn't done good. So that's the case with that. Now we got track 16. Watch Out Now. Oh God. Oh my God. This was the first single of the album. This is considered to be like their most successful breakthrough single. Well, not breakthrough, because Off the Books was like their breakthrough single, but this is like the most successful single of their whole discography, of their whole career. I never really cared for this song. I never liked this song. I hate it. Let alone I didn't like Jenny from the Block by Jennifer Lopez. That was trash too. Even with LOX, they couldn't even save the song. Cyclist in the interview with Panda Chop, shout out to them. He mentioned that originally he passed the beat to Fat. It was originally made for Fat Joe and Big Pun in mind, and they passed it. I can see why, cause this shit is trash. Like, but I can see Big Pun on this joint too. Though Big Pun would kill it. I could definitely see that being on Yeah Baby, but it's just the beat alone is too happy. It's too fluffy. I'm not feeling that shit. And then like I said, getting back to Jenny from the Block, there was a big controversy because, pretty much, Trackmasters jacked that beat from the Beatnuts, and pretty much that song was like more successful than Watch Out Now, and Beatnuts feel some type of way because it's like, and then shout out to Mighty Vic, one of the other producers of the Beatnuts, in his interview, he said like how Steve Stout, like him and Steve Stout grew up together, and like both of them being in the industry, Vic was saying how Steve Stout would like ask Vic about certain samples. Like, yo, can you tell me what samples to use and that kind of thing? It's like, why do you want to do that? Just to give it to the track masters. It's like, nah, fuck all that. We're not doing that. And like he tried to like kind of like lowball him, like to give him samples, to give him like $150 just to samples, to get, you know, it's like some crazy shit like that, which is kind of fucked up. So I'm glad that Vic, you know, stuck to his guns, like nah, fuck that. But yeah, just was not a fan of that song at all. Never liked that song. So that song, get out of here. My personal opinion. So I never liked that song. Now we get to track 17. You're a Clown, featuring Biz Markie and Tyler Fernandez. Now that's a great song right there. One of my favorite tracks off the album. Recipes of Biz Markie, like I mentioned before. I like that line by Juju when he said, "Is there's a junkyard left. Snatch the first grabbable tech, and look for any casual wreck. Back in effect, slap you in the back of the neck. I've been holding down for a while, showing me respect, raising the tech and all of that. Break breaking your neck, and it's off the hook this year. Two niggas call me collect. Fucking dope." So that was track 17, You're a Clown. Track 18, Buddha in the Ear featuring Carl Thomas and Gab Goblin of the No Good Us. Was not a fan of the song at all. Did not care for it. And track 19, Se Acabó, featuring Mazacuana, Proyecto Uno, and Swinger. Dope track. Is a sex track, but they rap in Spanish. So that's all you think. My suggestion, if you guys are playing in a car or you're playing in your house, just make sure you don't have kids around, because in the beginning of the track you hear a girl just having a big O. She's playing with herself and that kind of thing. She's doing some crazy moaning. So just be mindful of where you're at. So don't play this loud in the beginning. Then if you want to, you could turn it up. But like in the beginning of the song, you hear homegirl doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but overall, my thoughts on this album, was not a fan of this album. I felt like this album just has way too much filler. You could kind of tell they were going for like the commercial sound. You know, this is 1999, so you know this is the year of like, you know, Rockefeller, Rough Riders was doing their thing. You had Cash Money, you had No Limit, but No Limit was kind of like on their last legs, if you will, because you know Beats by the Pound left, you know, No Limit by that time. So you know, Cash Money was like reigning supreme, and you know, just like that whole you know, because people were like straying away for samples. You know, people were doing like more Korg Triton beats and, you know, like keyboard beats and stuff like that. So that was like kind of like the beginning of that. You know, like around that time period. I would say like 98 to be exact. But like 90, 98, 99. I feel like this time it could have been a little bit better. It's just way too much filler. Again, Watch Out Now. I hated that song. Then I hate it now. Way too many commercial tracks, and again, it just sounded like they were having fun, which is fine. But and it shows in the tracks. It's like some songs are like very forgettable. You know, there's no memorable tracks, with the exception of like Slam Pit. I thought Slam Pit, that easily could have been a single too. Turn It Out could have been a single as well. I just feel like some of the single choices wasn't there, but I do understand why they did it, because again, Watch Out Now is like their biggest single in their whole career, but didn't really do much for me. This album is out of print, but you can get it for a decent price, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Beatnuts and Musical Massacre. It was a massacre to listen to. Was not a fan. Yeah, just wasn't a fan at all. Let me know what you guys think. All right, peace.